Brilliance Audio presents See How Much You Love Me, A Troubled Teen, His Devoted Parents, and a Cold-Blooded Killing, by Amber Hunt, performed by Tanya Eby. He stood behind her, a hammer clenched in his hand. He was silent, and she was oblivious. The hammer's handle was smooth in his palm. He stared at her as she typed absent-mindedly on the family computer. He was still for a long time, and he held the hammer at his side as he eyed his mother's head. Mary Jo Hadley sat in a bluish-gray, cloth-covered desk chair, staring at the computer monitor. It was an awkward place for a computer, right in the middle of the kitchen. It was housed in a cheaply made computer desk, a birch-colored fake wood number that didn't match the room's other wooden furniture. But then nothing really matched in this house. A china hutch to the left of the computer desk was a mahogany-stained wood, real wood, that was pretty close in color to a trunk the family used as a coffee table on the other side of the combined kitchen and living room setup. Like a lot of Florida homes, the Hadleys featured a great room in addition to a more formal sitting room, and the floor was an off-white tile, a material that helped keep the great room cool and, in theory, was easy to clean. In reality, it often wasn't clean. The tile grout had darkened over the years, and no amount of scrubbing ever got that floor completely sparkling anymore. Near the coffee table trunk was a dresser far lighter in color, almost yellow in fact, and pastel-colored clothes peeked out of a top drawer. Across the room, the kitchen boasted dark cabinets, cheap ones, like the kind you'd expect to see in a mid-range apartment. The appliances were out of date and a little dirty. It's not how Mary Jo had necessarily envisioned the house when she and her husband moved in 25 years ago, but it had been through a lot, serving as home first to the young couple and then to two boys as they grew and grew and grew. Ryan, the older, had just moved out a month or so ago. Tyler was 6 months shy of 18, almost a man now. Not that he was acting like a man yet. In fact, in the past year, Tyler had become quite a handful. He'd always had a bit of a dark side, a melancholy undercurrent that would come and go, but lately, it was coming more often than going. He'd even begun saying lately that he wanted to kill himself. That tore at Mary Jo's heart, and she'd searched on the family computer for therapy in which she could enroll her once tow-headed boy. At 17, though, he wasn't tow-headed anymore. He was 6'1" and awkward, and he had his mother's eyes. And now, he was standing behind her with a hammer in his hand. A few blocks away, Daniel Roberts was catching his breath. He'd been running away from the Hadley home, though he wasn't entirely sure why. He'd stopped by to visit with his friend Michael Mandel. Michael was Danny's best friend, and Tyler was Michael's best friend, so even though Danny wasn't as crazy about Tyler as Michael was, the three hung out together about once a week. They'd drive around, hang out with Michael's girlfriend, smoke a little weed. Michael didn't drink, but Tyler and Danny did, so sometimes they drank together. Typical bored, rebel without a cause, teenage stuff. This visit started out weird and just got weirder. Danny had ended up getting stuck at Tyler's after Michael's battery died, and he couldn't give him a lift back. It was a little awkward. It was Danny's first time even being at Tyler's house, after all, and Tyler's folks weren't home. He'd heard such awful things about Tyler's parents, too, that his mom never let him leave the house, that his dad beat on him regularly. He couldn't count how many times Tyler joked about killing them. As Michael left the house with his father, who'd swung by to pick him up, leaving Danny behind to potentially meet the infamous parents, he snuck in a word with Michael. He didn't want to be there, man. Tyler's folks were such assholes. They're not so bad, Michael assured him. Tyler makes them sound like they're horrible, but they're nice. Just chill out, and when they come home, say you walked all the way here and just wanted to hang out with Tyler. Danny felt better. He'd tried to get Tyler to drive him home, but if the folks came home first, he'd just explain that he was there to hang out. No big deal. Maybe they were regular parents after all. Tyler always did sound like he was joking when he said he hated them. Sure, the jokes got a little pointed, like the other day when Tyler said he'd bought the pickaxe and had come so close to killing them. That kid had a twisted sense of humor. So Danny made chit-chat and sized up the home. "Hey, it's really nice here," he told Tyler. Tyler scoffed. "This isn't nice. Your house is nice.